Red blood cells contain hemoglobin, a protein molecule that carries oxygen. Each day, our body makes new red blood cells to replace those that have died off or are lost from the body. To make sure that this level of blood is maintained, it is estimated that the bone marrow, where they're generated, produces 7.5 billion red blood cells every hour. That's 2 million a second. And in each tiny red blood cell, there is 280 million hemoglobin molecules. That is a lot of hemoglobin molecules to be mindful of. Hemoglobin is crucial for our overall health, and understanding how to maintain healthy levels can make a significant difference in your well-being. In this video, I will be sharing some strategies on how you can increase your hemoglobin levels naturally. Topics that will be discussed are the importance of blood, the difference between hemoglobin and iron, top items to help improve hemoglobin levels, important exercises to consider in your daily routine, some medical conditions that can lead to poor hemoglobin levels, and what to avoid when increasing your hemoglobin levels naturally. With each heartbeat, the heart pumps blood throughout the entire body using hemoglobin to deliver oxygen to every part of the cell. After that, the blood returns to the heart, which sends it back to the lungs to pick up more oxygen, in which the cycle continues repeatedly. The red blood cells, which are known for their bright red color, are the most abundant cell in the blood. Let's clarify the difference between hemoglobin and iron. Hemoglobin is a protein in our red blood cells, as mentioned before, that is responsible for carrying oxygen from the lungs to the rest of our body. Iron, on the other hand, is a mineral, and it is a key component of hemoglobin. So without iron, our body cannot produce enough hemoglobin, leading to conditions such as anemia. Hemoglobin is vital because it ensures that our organs and tissues receive enough oxygen they need to function properly. So low hemoglobin levels can lead to weakness, fatigue, and other severe health issues. Here are some top items to help you improve your hemoglobin levels naturally. Blood health is crucial because it is very sensitive to deficiencies or excesses of nutrients. So first off, we'll talk about water. Yes, H2O. Water has an oxygen molecule attached to it, and so yes, water can help to increase your hemoglobin levels naturally. But instead of just filling up on water by itself, you can consider eating foods that are high in water content, which include watermelons, cucumbers, pears, cantaloupes, hydroponic lettuce, and also considering infusing your water with things like lemons or limes, which are high in vitamin C, or even liquid chlorophyll. Primarily, chlorophyll is found in most green vegetables, and this is a pigment that gives them their distinct green color. So chlorophyll, along with sunlight, are used by plants to absorb energy and get their nutrients during a process known as photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is very, very similar to hemoglobin in terms of their structure. The only difference is their central atom. So in chlorophyll, the central atom is magnesium, while in hemoglobin, the central atom is iron. So in this case, chlorophyll is very, very beneficial to help to promote the production of red blood cells, thus hemoglobin, and it has so many other benefits, including helping to absorb the nutrients that you consume. So get you some chlorophyll. Protein. Protein is a macronutrient, and so this means that we relatively need large amounts to keep us healthy. Remember that hemoglobin is a globular protein, and so consuming a good amount of protein daily can help with healthy blood cell formation. Remember that protein doesn't just come from meat. You can get a good amount of protein from plant-based sources. In this instance, though, you want to consider food combining, because not all plant-based sources are complete proteins. So food combining can complete that protein for you, making sure that all the amino acids are in place. An example of this would be combining legumes and grains. So beans and rice and peas, complete protein. in terms of legumes, you want to opt for beans, lentils, and chickpeas. In terms of nuts and seeds, you want to opt in for hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, almonds, and cashews, which are relatively high in iron. The next would be folate. Folate is the natural form, and folic acid would be the supplemental form. Folate really helps in the production of new red blood cells, which helps to carry oxygen throughout the body. It also helps in the metabolism of amino acids and also for proper cell division. The next is spirulina. Spirulina is actually a microalgae that is high in protein and other essential nutrients such as amino acids, essential fatty acids, vitamin B12, iron, chlorophyll, and it is very nutrient dense and highly digestible. I often use a product called Power Greens, and this is excellent product that combines spirulina, chlorella, acerola, and other greens, enzymes, fiber, along with vitamins and minerals. In one serving, it can provide 2 servings of vegetables, which is amazing. The next is nettle herb, also known as stinging nettle. This herb helps with mucus conditions of the lungs. So it does help with improving oxygenation of the lungs and the entire body. It's also known as a tonic and blood purifier, improving poor circulation, anemic and inflammatory conditions. The next is burdock root. Burdock root is known for having a high organic iron content, as well as helping to purify the blood and acting as a liver tonic. It has a wide range of benefits, including having antioxidant properties, anti-inflammatory properties, antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-cancer, and many, many more. The next is moringa. Moringa is an amazing plant, and if you have anemia or are deficient in any vitamin or mineral source, this might be something that you want to have on a daily basis. It is high in nutrients and can also help to remove toxic heavy metals from the body. So look into moringa because this might be something that can help to enhance your nutrient profile in a rather short period of time. Next is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is vital for the body. It helps to improve blood flow and improve exercise performance. Here are some foods that help to increase your nitric oxide levels naturally. Beets. High in nitrates, beets can convert to nitric oxide. Beet juice can significantly increase nitric oxide levels. As a supplement, I take power beets, which are made from nitrate-rich Tibetan beetroot, enhanced with patented botanical blends, prebiotics, polyphenols, and antioxidants, creating the most powerful beet formula available. You can check out the link below if you would like more information on this or would like to order your own. Garlic. Garlic activates nitric oxide synthase, helping to convert L-arginine to nitric oxide. Meat contains coenzyme Q10, which helps preserve nitric oxide. Great sources include organ meats, fatty fish, and muscle meats. If you're completely plant-based, taking a coenzyme Q10 supplement may be helpful, or something called ubiquinol, which is the active form of coenzyme Q10. Dark chocolate, at least 70%, which is high in antioxidants and flavonols and helps to maintain optimal nitric oxide levels in the heart for heart health. Leafy greens such as kale, spinach, collard greens, Swiss chard, and dandelion leaves help to contribute with nitric oxide production. They are a rich source of non-heme iron, and don't forget, when you are eating these foods, it's best to couple them with high vitamin C foods such as lemons or limes or pomegranates to help with the iron absorption. And watermelon, which helps to boost nitric oxide levels because of the high content of the amino acid L-citrulline. Exercise. Exercise is so important for helping to increase your hemoglobin levels naturally. Anything that essentially helps to get your heart pumping a little bit faster can help to increase circulation and improve oxygenation to the cells and the rest of the body. To help maximize your oxygen levels, consider doing some cardio, strength training, high intensity interval training, or even yoga, which helps to increase circulation and help with respiratory health. Speaking of respiratory system, deep breathing can also help to substantially increase your oxygen levels. This is because it helps you develop and use your full lung capacity while oxygenating your blood and stimulating your lymphatic and circulatory systems. Whew, okay, it's been a lot of information here. Let's keep it moving. Some medical conditions that can lead to decreased hemoglobin levels are anemia, caused by lack of red blood cells or hemoglobin. This can result from any chronic disease. The inflammation will most likely affect not only your white blood cells, but your red ones too. For example, kidney disease impairs the production of a hormone that stimulates red blood cell production. Heavy menses, which result from conditions such as endometriosis or fibroids. Sickle cell anemia, which I've been managing myself. My red blood cells have a lifespan of about 10 to 20 days, in which someone who does not have sickle cell, their red blood cells have a lifespan of 120 days. Big difference. And so this is why I feel that this information can be so helpful, because it has truly been helpful for me. Other conditions that can decrease the amount of hemoglobin in your body are chronic infections, which can interfere with red blood cell production, bone marrow disorders, conditions that affect the blood cell production from the source. Nutritional deficiencies, lack of iron, vitamin B12, or folate can lead to low hemoglobin levels, and digestive disorders. Just the inability to absorb nutrients effectively. It's so very important to know the root cause of why you may be experiencing low hemoglobin levels so that you can tackle it more effectively. What should you avoid when trying to increase your hemoglobin levels naturally? Here are 5 suggestions. Calcium-rich foods and supplements. If you are taking supplements that are high in calcium or foods that are rich sources in calcium, that is totally fine. Calcium is essential. What you want to consider, though, is if you are anemic or have low hemoglobin, you might want to separate when you are taking your calcium-rich foods or supplements from when you are taking your iron-rich foods and supplements. They may cancel each other out, and you don't want that. So take calcium-rich foods and supplements separately from your iron-rich foods and supplements. Number 2 are tannins, found in coffee and tea. Tannins can also inhibit iron absorption. Number 3 are high fiber foods. High fiber foods are essential, but they can inhibit iron absorption because they tend to pull components from the body. So balance is key. Number 4 are phytates. Phytates are found in whole grains and legumes, and these tend to bind to iron, inhibiting their absorption. So you might want to consider soaking your beans overnight so that they can reduce the amount of phytates. And don't forget to cook them properly. And number 5 are oxalates. Oxalates are found in spinach and beets. Yes, spinach is high in iron, beets are high in nitric oxide levels, but if you have kidney imbalance or disease, you might want to refrain from eating too much of these foods, as it can inhibit iron absorption. Lastly, I just want to touch on blood transfusions. Because blood cannot be made or manufactured, generous blood donors are the only source of blood for those who are in need of blood transfusions. So if you or someone you know can donate blood, please do so. It is a lifeline for so many that have no other option. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video on how to help improve your hemoglobin levels naturally. If you have any tips or questions, please list them in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more content on health and wellness. Until next time, take care. Blessings.